Horses, these magnificent animals, have been by man's side for thousands of years. Horses can understand human speech, recognize people, remember commands even after being apart for 10 years, sleep standing on 3 legs, have eyes that see both day and night, and do not chew cud. Horses are intelligent animals and are greatly cherished by humans. Although humans and horses have had a relationship since ancient times, there are still many interesting facts about horses that not everyone knows. There are several interesting facts that many people don't know. In this video, we will discuss 15 of the most amazing facts about horses. Number 15, sleeping standing on 3 legs. Most animals sleep while lying down, but not horses. Horses are unique in their sleeping habits. Instead of lying on the ground, they usually sleep while standing up. But how do they manage to stand up while sleeping? Well, when resting, they distribute their body weight on both front legs and one of their hind legs, while the other remains relaxed. However, horses only lie down when they feel completely safe, although these moments are usually brief because their large body weight puts pressure on their internal organs. Dr. Joe Bertone, a veterinary professor at Western University, USA, explained that this is why horses spend more hours sleeping while standing up than lying down. 14. Estimating age through teeth. Did you know that by simply looking at a horse's teeth, scientists can estimate its age? Of course, this method isn't 100% accurate, but it's a good approximation if you don't know the animal's birth date. According to researchers at the University of Arkansas, USA, when a horse is born, it has 4 front teeth, 2 on the top jaw and 2 on the bottom. If they don't appear, they will come in within 8 days. At 8 weeks, the molars start growing, and by the time the foal is about 8 months old, it will have all its milk teeth. These teeth will then gradually fall out, and by the time the horse is about 2.5 years old, the permanent incisors will begin to grow underneath them. By the time the horse is 5 years old, it will have all its permanent teeth. Milk teeth are usually paler and shorter than permanent teeth. Also, around the age of 6, the front teeth often have a slight depression that resembles a small cup. This feature fills in over time. When the horse reaches 10 years old, a groove known as Galvain's groove will appear on the gum beside the molars. At 15 years old, this groove will reach half the length of the tooth. Stallions typically have 40 teeth, while mares usually have 36. Number 13, many names for horses. Horses have different names depending on their age and gender. Let's learn some of the most common terms used to refer to these animals. First, a horse under 1 year old, regardless of gender, is called a foal. If the foal is still nursing, it can also be called a suckling or nursing foal. A weanling refers to a foal from the age of 5 to 7 months as it starts eating solid food. A yearling is a horse from the age of 1 to 2 years. While a colt is a male horse under 4 years of age, a filly refers to a female horse under 4 years of age. A gelding is a castrated male horse, and a stallion is an uncastrated male horse over the age of 4. Finally, a mare is a female horse over the age of 4. Furthermore, the term thoroughbred is sometimes used to refer to a horse specifically bred for racing. Number 12, height measured in hands. Have you ever wondered how a horse's height is measured? Unlike us humans who are measured in feet and centimeters, horses are measured in something called hands. 1 hand is equivalent to the width of the horse's pastern, which is the area between its hoof and fetlock. Historically, people used the width of a human hand to measure horses. Today, 1 hand is equal to approximately 4 inches or 10.16 centimeters. So if a horse measures 15 hands high, it means it stands 60 inches or 152.4 centimeters tall. 11. Seeing both day and night. Horses have the largest eyes among mammals. These eyes are located on the sides of their heads, giving them a wide field of vision of over 350 degrees. Thanks to their eye size and placement, horses can see well both during the day and at night. However, their eyes are dichromatic, meaning they perceive colors with only 2 spectral ranges. Horses cannot distinguish red from green, as colors containing red appear blurred with green. Number 10, not a ruminant. Horses are herbivores, but unlike cows or goats, they are not ruminant animals. This means that their stomachs do not have the multiple chambers necessary for digesting and regurgitating their food for further chewing. Despite this, horses can digest cellulose, which is a component of plants that most animals can't break down. To aid in digestion, horses produce between 20 and 80 liters of saliva daily. Interestingly, horses cannot vomit. This inability makes them more vulnerable to poisoning, as they cannot get rid of toxic substances through vomiting. 9. Loyal and intelligent. Research published in the Animal Behavior magazine reveals that horses can become one of the most loyal and long-lasting friends an individual can have. The study highlights that if treated kindly, horses develop a strong bond with humans, becoming incredibly loyal companions. Additionally, horses are highly intelligent animals. They can understand human speech better than we might think. They possess excellent memories, allowing them to recognize people even after long periods of separation, and they can remember commands for 10 years or more. Their intelligence is comparable to that of dogs, and they can learn various tricks and tasks. 8. How much sleep do they need? Horses require a significant amount of sleep, spending approximately 2/3 of their time resting. They typically sleep for 8 to 9 hours per night, although this can vary based on factors such as age, activity level, season, and individual needs. Interestingly, horses sleep while standing, with their sleep cycles lasting 15 to 30 minutes and happening twice a day. When they lie down, they typically sleep for longer periods, around 4 to 6 hours. Number 7, lifespan. Horses generally live between 25 and 30 years. However, there have been cases of horses living up to 60 years old. Domesticated horses tend to have a shorter lifespan compared to wild ones, which can live up to 40 years. The oldest domesticated horse on record reached the age of 62. Various factors influence a horse's lifespan, including breed, size, sex, diet, exercise, healthcare, and overall living conditions. Number 6, no sweat. Unlike humans, horses cannot sweat through their skin to regulate their body temperature. Instead, they rely on another mechanism known as sweating. Horses have more than 1 million sweat glands, particularly concentrated on the head, neck, and belly. By sweating, horses release heat and cool themselves down. However, they need external help in very hot weather, as sweating alone may not be enough. Therefore, in high temperatures, it's important to provide horses with shade, water, and even fans for air circulation to keep them cool. Number 5, hooves. Horses' hooves are fascinating structures that play a crucial role in their locomotion and overall health. These hooves serve several purposes, such as protecting the internal structures of the horse's foot, providing support and flexibility while walking, running and standing, and acting as shock absorbers during movement. The hoof also helps horses maintain balance and stability, allowing them to navigate various terrains efficiently. Furthermore, the hooves are essential for blood circulation, providing a pathway for blood vessels and nerves to extend into the hoof wall and sole. Interestingly, just like our fingernails, horse hooves continuously grow throughout their lives. 4 ears. Horses have exceptional hearing abilities. Their ears are mobile, swiveling independently to pinpoint the source of sounds. Each ear consists of several small bones responsible for collecting and transmitting sound vibrations to the brain via the auditory nerve. Horses can hear sounds ranging from 300 Hz to 32 kHz, surpassing the human hearing range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. They can detect higher frequency sounds such as a dog barking, a horse snorting, or a person speaking, all from a distance of about 16 kilometers away. Moreover, horses possess the ability to localize sounds with remarkable accuracy thanks to their asymmetrical ears, enabling them to determine the precise location and direction of sounds relative to their position. Number 3, unique voice. Horses don't meow, bark, or chirp like other animals. Instead, they communicate through a variety of vocalizations. They have around 15 different vocalizations and use them to express different messages, such as greetings, warnings, distress calls, or even flirting. These vocalizations include whinnies, squeals, screams, snorts, and growls. Each call serves a specific purpose in their communication. For example, a whinny can be used to greet a fellow horse or human, while a squeal is typically associated with excitement or anticipation. Screams are usually distress signals, while snorts can indicate irritation or alarm. Growls are warning sounds used to establish dominance or ward off potential threats. Horses can even use vocalizations to distinguish between familiar and unfamiliar voices. Number 2, manes and tails. A horse's mane is a thick growth of long hair that runs along the top of its head and neck, while its tail is a bunch of long, flowing hairs attached to its hindquarters. These features are not only aesthetically pleasing, but also serve practical purposes. The mane protects horses from insect bites and the sun's rays, especially in areas with strong sunlight. It also acts as a pressure relief mechanism during fights, helping to distribute the force of biting. Additionally, the mane aids in balancing the horse's head and provides a stable attachment point for their halter or bridle when being ridden. On the other hand, the tail serves as a fly swatter, helping horses to keep flies and other insects away from their hindquarters. It also plays a role in communication, with movements and position, conveying various messages to other horses. The tail's flexibility allows horses to maintain balance, especially during fast movements. Lastly, the tail assists in sexual recognition, with stallions typically having longer tails than mares. Number 1, colors. Horses come in various colors and markings, making each one unique. The base coat color can range from bay to chestnut, black, gray, or palomino. Bay horses have a rich brown body with black points, while chestnuts have a reddish body and lighter points. Black horses have a solid black coat with no white markings except for the eyes, nose, and mouth. Gray horses start with a base color that lightens with age, often becoming predominantly white in adulthood. Palomino horses have a golden coat with a flaxen mane and tail. There are also pinto horses with a base coat color and large patches of white on their bodies. Additionally, horses can display various patterns like star, blaze, snip, or socks on their faces, legs, or bellies. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your support and hope you continue learning with us.